passionate, persistent, and powerful. These are just some of the words that describe Dr. Mavis Burke, an immigrant to Canada who not only accomplished a great deal over her career, but who has also created a legacy to help improve the quality of life for children in Canada and in her native Jamaica as well. With a number of charities operating in Canada today, the obstacles awaiting a new group can be daunting.
There's so many charitable organizations today that, first of all, you need to partner with some other groups and some other communities, and that's been a foundation for P.A.C.E. You know, we partner with the government, the universities, the Ministry of Education, George Brown, and certainly find out, you know, what's being done and where you can leverage some of those opportunities. I'm actually meeting this week with another group that started a dental program for kids in Jamaica to see how can we partner and expand, you know, our adopt a school program to include those things, because to start up on your own is really a difficult process.
I think we were bold enough, or perhaps naive enough, to develop the project as a voluntary project, so that when there was a shortfall in any way, the members met it. I have to admit that one of the things I would look at today is how the project is administered, with an office and staff here and in Jamaica.
Does a charity run the risk of creating a sense of apathy within a community it's trying to help?
If we concentrate on the early childhood program, the needs are so great and so tremendous that really all that we have been able to do is touch the surface. Because when we say we started with 11 schools and we have now adopted about 125 or thereabouts, we have to look at the fact that there are over 1,000 schools. So the answer to your question is that this would be completely impossible for people to be relying on this instead of helping themselves.
Technology is always changing and advancing. Dr. Mavis Burke strives to instill in the Women for P.A.C.E. organization innovative ways of thinking to solve the challenges of how new methods and equipment will change the world of teaching.
When I used to visit the schools in Jamaica, I used to take my laptop and the kids said, you know, how does that work? Can we get a computer? Well, when you're dealing with schools in the hills that, you know, just probably have one electric plug outlet and no facilities for computer labs, I sort of came back and challenged my group here in technology department. How can I give kids computers? And they thought that with the advances in computers today, we could configure a little bus with computers on it. So we put 10 computers on a little bus, school bus, with its own generator, its own air conditioning supply. And now that bus sort of goes around the hills of Jamaica from school to school, teaching these little kids computers.
As a result of it, it has boosted in attendance at the different schools, because children knowing that the bus is going to come to my school this week or next week. So the children want to be at school, and as a result, we find that learning takes place better. More of them are learning more, and you find that they don't want to stop from school because I'm going to have the access of being on that computer.
I think the first year of the program, over 5,000 kids, 5 and 6-year-olds, you know, had computer lessons, and kids that couldn't read, I guess the feedback we get, kids that wouldn't read in school, they get on the bus and suddenly reading was excited because we had the K2 learning programs and things like that that make it kind of fun. So that's really exciting, and I think that today, you know, being in the computer field, everything you do today needs computers, and you put a 4-year-old in front of a computer and they only need about 20 minutes and they're smarter than you. So I think that's really a program that they are benefiting from greatly. So.
The Tech the Bus program is seen as a tremendous success and positively talked about over the whole island. Talks for Tech the Bus 2 have already started.
based on what I've heard, Technobus 1 has been quite successful. And I'm sure that a second version, a second element would be very welcome.
So we're pretty much waiting for them to send us confirmation, you know, that where they'd like the next bus and what it is. But certainly our sponsors like Microsoft and IBM are really anxious to help us continue the program because they have seen how successful it is. So we're just waiting on Jamaica to confirm. But I'd love to see another one there. It certainly would be great.
The Helen Sissons Canadian Children's Story Award is another creative program that the P.A.C.E organization has come up with. Helen Sissons was a person who tried to enhance the quality of life for all youth.
Oh, she was a pioneer, Jamaica. She was Canadian by birth, but Jamaican by heart.
This award recognizes talented writers while always keeping in mind those that will benefit the most, the children.
We're trying to encourage the writing of children's stories in Canada that cover diverse cultures. And that's really, as you see from the statistics, especially in Ontario, that's really important for children today to understand the various cultures. And so we think that's one of our growth areas actually in Canada, is to really, we're looking at promoting that a lot more and expanding that to include all cultures